guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 2, Episode 6 of the Seattle Mariners, and it's the second half of the season. We are post-All-Star break now, and we are going to be playing at home, I think, versus the Chicago White Sox today. It'll be Justus Sheffield on the mound, but before we get to that, there's a lot to catch you up on that has happened since last episode. First up is that we've not quite played 500, but we've got as close as we've gotten all season since last episode. We've won 7 of 15. We'll get to more of that in just a second. Things to catch you up on. First of all, we have got a little bit of a disappointing injury. If we go to our top prospects here, Logan Gilbert, he is out for 9 to 10 months with torn elbow ligaments. So we don't know how he's going to come back. He was potentially a really good starting pitcher for us, but that could be a real problem for him, which is disappointment, obviously. We did get the young right fielder from the International Amateur Free Agents pickup thing. So that's good. We just went all in, $5 million for him. High intelligence, which is good. Both OSA and Head Scout rate him quite highly. He's only 16, almost 17. So a long time, I'd say, before we see him up in the first team squad. But he's a good pickup, I think, and hope anyway. So that is that done. We have dropped down to AAA. Who have we dropped down to AAA? Menendez has dropped down to AAA. The reason being for that is that we have called back in. We'll just go to pitching here so you can see sort of season stats here as well. We've called back in Jonathan Lasingiawi guy here. As a relieving pitcher, he's not too bad. So he's come back in to be in the bullpen. The other guy just conceding a few too many runs. You can see, I know ERAs and everything, but you can see that he's, I mean, yeah. Anyway, relieving pitching, we've had a few problems there. We can see from the FIP, where is it here, that LaSalle is slightly better, but still a little bit too high. As with Albert Abreu, who is back from injury as well. But again, these guys are young guys, and I think they need to be playing to get their full experience. So maybe he could do with a little bit more time down in AAA. To get his act together, but he's not doing too badly for us. Now, we have had a trade since last episode as well. So Mike Leck has left the club, or Lecky. We're retaining 50%, but he's off to the San Francisco Giants. I just basically got sick of putting him off and on waivers every 7 days. So he's gone, which is a good thing. We did get someone in return. We got Alan Hansen. He might turn out to be something for us. He's just a utility player, basically. He might be someone that's worth just putting on the having in the team just because he can play so many positions. He's a good base runner. I think he's just a good solid player, if nothing else. So he's worth having. But yeah, that's who we got in for Leck. Now, one thing that I have become aware of, and I think it was Flo that told me that we have got an active roster of just 24 players, which is why I think we're probably a pitcher short. We will put it up. I think in real life in 2020 it goes up to 26. So what I think I'll do is I'll keep it at 24 this season just to keep it sort of continuity through to the end of the year. And then next season we'll put it up. I think it was 26. I'll look up exactly what the roster size is in real life. I must have changed it without meaning to at some point. So we'll put that back up to what it should be. But for this year, for continuity's sake, we'll just leave it at 24 for the entire season. Now we have had the All-Star game. Let's go and have a look. First of all, the All-Star squads. Now, we did have one player called up, and that was, I mean, surprisingly perhaps, but Curtis Taylor got the call up. So his rookie season, and he's got his first All-Star call up, which is brilliant. He's been a really good player for us. So yeah, really happy for him. I thought maybe Reynolds might get the call up. You can, we'll get it there so you can see the entire team if you want to have a look. No one else that we've had sort of come through us before, so to speak. No real surprises this early in the game, really. I thought maybe Reynolds might get a call up in left field, but not to be. And there's the National League team as well. Now, I'm sure you want to see how the game went, so let's go and have a look at that. So there we go. It went to extra innings, and the National League got the win. So if we were meant to make the World Series this year, we wouldn't have home ground advantage, but I don't think that's going to affect us too much somehow. We did get, Curtis Taylor did get on the field. He pitched the second innings. No hits, no runs, just the one strikeout, no walk. So essentially a perfect innings, 15 pitches, and job done for him. Oh, no, is that pitches thrown? Anyway, you can see there, that's all the information. He pitched the second innings and did a good job. So well done him. All right, let's go and have a look at, we saw the pitching stats for the season, so that's, you can see that there. Have a look at the hitting stats. You can see we've got some frosty players back, which is frustrating. But it just kind of is what it is at this point. All right, let's go and have a look at the team that we're sending out to get this. Oh, we should probably have a look at the standings, shouldn't we? And we also need to have a look at the schedule. What am I doing? What am I doing? So there you go. We can see there we are a little bit below 400. So we're getting a little bit better. We are still not quite the worst team in baseball. The Tigers have us covered for that. And so do the Giants. And we're fighting with the Marlins. We're just probably a game behind them there, aren't we? So there we go. Now the schedule to see how we've done since last episode. It's not been too bad. We finished off with that second of that doubleheader against the Orioles. The first two games of the St. Louis of the Royals series, it was just poor pitching. 13 runs off 13 hits. This was Gonzalez having a bit of a nightmare. So did Abreu and Taylor Johnson, who we've dropped down to AAA since. I just don't think quite ready yet. So we've dropped him, as I said, back down to AAA. So that was just a bad day on the mound. And then so was game two. Just another poor day on the mound. 5 runs in the ninth certainly didn't help the score look as good as it could have. Sheffield didn't have a great start, but 5 runs you can see there in the ninth off Brennan, none of them earned, so errors. Sega was was the main culprit there, unfortunately. We did get the win in game 3 though, which is good. A much better performance. We got 3 runs in the first with a Reynolds home run, and then just kind of held on from there. This was Baruki getting a good start, 1 earned run from his 7.1 innings of work. Next up, we played the Angels. We won 2 of 3 games against division-leading, Anaheim Angels then, but it's not. It's the LA Angels now, isn't it? Game 1 here, 5 runs in the first, and we just kind of never looked back from there, so that was good. A decent pitching performance as well. Corbin Martin, 5 innings, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned, so that was, that's pretty good, isn't it? We'll take that. Game 2 was a little bit of a disappointment, and then Game 3 was just an absolute masterclass on the mound. By Justus Sheffield. We got obviously the job done with the bat as well, but 7 innings, no earned runs, only 4 hits and a single walk, so good stuff by Justus. Then we played the Rockies. We were so close to a sweep here. Game 1, we won a game versus a left-handed pitcher. It was close and it was tight, but we won a game versus a lefty, and Baruki, 5 innings, 1 earned run was a decent start from him, and the rest of the bullpen saw the job out there for us. And then Game 2, nothing really to report. I was just saying Game 1 here too. It was Reynolds with both RBIs for us. I think, was it 2 home runs or just 2 RBIs. So well done to Reynolds. Game 2 here against the Rockies was just sort of a run-of-your-mill win there. And Game 3, so close to a sweep, we lost it in the ninth. Unbelievable. But there you go, that happens. Corbin Martin, not a classic start from him. 4.2 innings, 5 earned runs. But after that, the bullpen did a good job for him. Then we went and we had the Angels again away from home this time. And again, we ended up splitting sort of the 6-game series there with them. 1-1, lost 2 of this series. In Game 3 here, though, 7 runs in the 6th, including a grand slam off of Semi Tula Vula Valalala. That essentially killed the game for us there. 7 runs. We were winning the game at that point, I believe. Yeah, because we got all our runs in the first with a grand slam from Michael Henniger. So it was all happening. 2 grand slams in the single game there. But yeah, old Semi boy there. Not a good start. 0 outs. 4 runs, 3 of them earned, and then the guy that came in got 2 as well, and the guy before. It was just a nightmare. Less said about that game, the better. Then we played the Rockies again, and again, away from home. We've ended up splitting the series with them 50-50. We won Game 1, which was nice, and it was a really good day at the plate for Connor Wong. 2 two-run home runs, so 4 RBIs for him. For the backup catcher was not a bad day's work. And Corbin Martin, 7 innings pitched, just the 1 earned run. Again, a really good performance, not so much by the reliever there. And then we've, 2 narrow defeats. It happens. It's been happening to us all season. All right, now let's go and have a look at what's happening. The team we're sending out to face the White Sox. And look at these matchups, will you? Oh gosh, could we get another win here? It is leading off, it's Taylor Walls. He's back into a little bit of form, so he's going to start lead off here for us playing second base. Kyle Sager bats second at third. Reynolds continues to bat at 3 in left field, though he has been in not great form lately. Vogelbach is going to clean up and bat number 4. He's going to designate a hitter and bat number 4. Tamori, as I've christened him, is going to bat 5. He's the catcher. Mitch Henniger bats 6 in right field. Daniel Murphy bats 7 at first. Malik Smith, you can see he's in a frosty streak. He's not batting particularly well. He bats 8. And Freddie Galvis bats number 9. He's the shortstop. Justus Sheffield gets the start to get the second half of the season underway for us. We're up against AJ Puckett. That is Puckett, I promise. He is ERA of 6. Whip of 176, ERA plus of less than 100. Let's hope we get these numbers from him. So here we go, welcome. It's not quite the second half of the season because we're more than halfway through, but effectively it's the second half of the season. Chicago's record is 40-56, so they're slightly better off than us from this season. They have won 2 of 3 against us so far this year as well. So, yeah, let's just see if we can, oh, that's not a great start. Smacked down the right field line for a leadoff double. We have shown signs of improvement lately. As I said, we won 7 of 15 since last episode. Not quite 500, but, you know, a couple of narrow defeats in there that could easily have gone the other way. That's a 2-0 pitch, sort of fought off into right field. That'll be 1 away. Well done, Justus. Let's see if we can get another man here, because we can get 2 out. That would be nice. It's going to be a first pitch swing. Oh, it's well hit. Malik Smith is out there, though. Catches the line drive and keeps the runner at second as well. That's 2 away. And Eloy Jimenez, what can we do against him? That's, oh, going to get through. Can we keep the runner at third? Get it in, Reynolds. Well done. All right. Runners at the corners, 2 out. A little bit of pressure here early on for Justus Sheffield. Can he get Zach Collins and get us out of this innings? Oh, it's a second pitch swing. It's popped up, and Malik Smith going back should be able to make a simple catch out there. And he does. And we do get out of that first innings with a clean sheet. Excellent, excellent stuff. All right, lights go out and Tyler Walls back in the starting lineup. Let's see what he can do with his rookie season. 3-1. Come on, Taylor. He does draw the walk. All right, excellent stuff. Kyle Sager, who has looked quite good recently. He's got a full count as well. He's hit that. Oh, has he sent it out of the stadium? No, not quite, but it has gone to the fence. Can Tyler Walls score from first? No, he cannot. But it's a double for Kyle Sager. And with none out, we have runners at second and third. And it's Ryan Reynolds again. Brian Reynolds. You can see his batting average all the way down now, just above 300. He's really, really gone cold. But can he heat up? He's hit that really well. It should be deep enough to drive in the run from third, surely. Throw comes in. Tyler Walls does it easily. And that is an RBI for Brian Reynolds. And that is 1-0 to the Seattle Mariners. Still with Kyle Sager at first. And it's Vogelbach with a full count. And he walks. Runners at first and second now with Morey to the plate. Come on, Morey. 2-2. Is he going to strike out? Yes, he is. Oh, he's just not quite living up to the form we saw early on. All right, it's Henniger now. Can he get us another run across the plate? No, it's popped up to center field, and it would take something going horribly wrong for that not to be out. And that ends the first innings, but we do get a run across the plate. Excellent stuff. Justus Sheffield with something to defend now. He has a full count, and he gets the strikeout as well. Go on, son. All right. Luis Gonzalez to the plate. We had him at the Mets as well, I think, didn't we? I'm sure we did. Wasn't too good for us, and hopefully he's not going to be too good for the White Sox as he sits down. Tim Anderson up against Justus Sheffield. Lays down a bunt. Somebody get to that, please. Oh, just about. And a 1-2-3 innings for Justus Sheffield. And we go to bat in the bottom of the second. Daniel Murphy to lead us off. What can he do? He has grounded out to second. Murphy's been decent. He's on $8 million a year and he's a free agent next year. I am considering just having a look if we shop him around and see what we could get for him. The problem is that I don't know if I want Vogelbach playing first base. And even if we did, we don't really have a designated hitter to come in and replace him necessarily. Oh, that's been well hit there by Freddie Galvis to the fence. That could be triple territory. Pump your legs, mate. Pump your legs. No, he stands up at second. But a 2-out triple for Galvis, and that will bring Taylor Walls back up, I think, won't it? Yes, it will. Can he drive in a run? He has. No, he's lined out the shortstop, and that will do it. No runs for us in the second. And Justus Sheffield goes back to work in the third. That's driven down the first base. Easily done there for Murphy, and that will be 1 away. Yeah, we don't really have... If we were to trade Murphy away, we don't really have anybody... we could play Vogelbach at first, but then we don't really have anybody to designate a hit. The only option maybe would be we could put Henniger there and then use Toki as a defensive gem in the outfield. But then as a backup, I mean, we have Ryan Healy. I think we still have him in AAA. There's a couple of prospects at first base. But there's not really much. So I'm kind of a little bit torn what to do. I mean, 8 million, it's not life-changing for the club, but 8 million is 8 million, isn't it? So Reynolds, he pops up. He's just gone cold, old Brian Reynolds. So, yeah. I was hoping maybe after the All-Star break he'd come back up in number 3 and do a job, but we might need to consider dropping him a little bit further down the order. So 1, 2, 3 innings for us there in the third. And it's still just the 1-0. Come on, Justus. It's a nice way to start the innings, mate. 3-pitch strikeout. Eloy Jimenez comes back up. He's going to be first pitch swinging. And he pops it up there. That should be caught by Henniger in right field. And it is. So there we go. Zach Collins now with 2 out. 2-2's the count. And he should ground out there. Galvis on the shift and over to Murphy. And that'll do it for the top of the fourth. Justus Sheffield is beginning to look on his day, but I mean obviously on his day, but you know, he is looking a good pitcher for us now, isn't he? Go on. It's Morey and he's grounded it out to shortstop. It's looking a little bit like a game of two teams who don't really know what a bat is, to be honest. Mitch Henniger, come on. He's got 3-0. And he walks. All right. That is a runner on. 42 walks now this season for Mitch Henniger. It's Daniel Murphy to the plate. He has 44 RBIs this season. Full count. And he draws a walk as well. Now we're down to the Frosty boys. It's Malik Smith. Go on, Smithy boy. Come on. He's hit it. Oh, he's hit it really, really well. Malik Smith. He's not that frosty. That should score at least one. Was it going to score a second? Can Murphy come around? It is. And Malik Smith is going to clear the bases with a triple, is he? Yes, he is. A 2 RBI triple for Malik Smith. And it's 3-0 to the Mariners. Excellent, excellent stuff. 24 RBIs now for Malik Smith. And it's Freddie Galvis. Can he knock in another run? He's got 1 and 2. And go home, Smith. You're quick. No, that's 2 away, and it's going to be up to Tyler Walls to try and get the run in from third now. Come on, Taylor. It's a new pitcher as well. I missed who it was. It's another right-hander, so it shouldn't affect things too much. Tyler Walls has popped it up, and that'll do it for the bottom of the fourth, but we add 2. And it is 3-0. Justus Sheffield, only 50 pitches thrown, so he's still got some gas in the tank. 3-1's the count here, though. That has been hit. I think it's going to be caught out there by Smith. It looks like he's getting underneath it. Yes, it is. 1 away. A little bit too deep for my liking, that one, but it's set up nicely. Luis Gonzalez to the plate. He grounds one out there to Sager. Easy play, and that's 2 away. All right, Justus. Can we get Tim Anderson and have another 1, 2, 3 innings, please? It's been hit to Galvis. That should be easy. He'll do that with his eyes closed. 2 hands, Murphy. There we go. A quick innings yet again, and Justus Sheffield hasn't given up a hit since the first innings. Kyle Sager strides into the plate now. 1 for 2 already today. Can he get a second hit? He has. No, he's grounded out to second base. All right. It's going to be Brian Reynolds to the plate. Ryan's brother, I believe. All right, come on, mate. Get yourself back into a little bit of form here. He's got 2 strikes on him. He's hit that, but it's again been popped up to right field. Not deep enough to drive in the RBI if it was there for this time. But it's not. So I'm rambling on about nothing. Come on, Vogelbach. Vogelbach. Oh, he's popped one out to left field. And that'll do it for us as well. The top of the order does not look. Vogelbach and Reynolds. Vogelbach was so reliable for us last year. And Reynolds, the first half of the year, was just super reliable as well. That is... Oh, it's a good save by Taylor Walls. What a play that is. Excellent stuff. All right, Sheffield to Magrial. That should be easy for Walls, and it is. Apparently he was on the stopwatch there, it looked like. Very, very quickly done. It's 2 away. Jason Smelk to the plate. First pitch swing, and that's going to get through. So that is the first hit we've given up since the first innings. All right, come on, Justus. Sit him down, mate. That's been driven out there. Malik Smith should come around and catch that quite simply. Yes, he does. And that is the end of the top of the 6th. It is still 3-0 to the Mariners. Now, Morey, not had a great day. 0 for 2. What can he do to lead us off here? He's got a decent... No, thought maybe that was going to sneak through, but it doesn't. Easy play for second base, and that's 1 away. Henniger comes in now to bat. What's he got for us? He strikes out, so not much from him. Murphy. 3-1's the count on him. And he draws himself a walk. All right. Can we make the most of that? Malik Smith, of course, fresh off his 2 RBI triple last time up. 3-1 again. And he's done it again. Is it going to leave? Oh, it's off the top of the wall. It should, though, draw in another run. Malik Smith, 2 triples in a game. You don't see that very often. Another RBI triple for Malik Smith. And maybe he's ready to go back up the top of the order. 4-0. Now, can Freddie Galvis with 2 out drive in an RBI? He has almost got it back up the middle, but that will end the innings. But we do tack on a run. It's 4-0. We've only hit 4 balls, but we've managed to get 4 runs out of it. Eloy Jimenez to lead off the White Sox. Justus Sheffield to continue, and that should be easy for Kyle Sager. And it is. 1 away. Excellent stuff there. He's only thrown 70 pitches. Could we be on for a complete game shutout here, I wonder? Go on, Justus. There's another strikeout. Go on, son. Full count now. We don't want many of those if he's going to go the distance, but he struck him out, and a 1-2-3 innings yet again for Justus Sheffield. 7 strikeouts for the game, and we stretch. In a decent position, you have to say. All right, it is Taylor Walls to lead us off. 1-2's the count to him. Come on, Taylor. He strikes out. I think he should be switching positions in the lineup, perhaps with Malik Smith. Kyle Sager comes in now. 1-3 today. 1-4-3, I should say. That has been... Oh, no, not quite. Thought for a second that it might dip in, but no such luck. Brian Reynolds, 0-2. Frosted streak, and just general all-round tough time. He fights that off. An inside pitch, it looks like, but that will be an out. And that ends the bottom of the 7th. We've got absolutely nothing from the top of our order, really, have we, outside of that first innings. And Justus Sheffield to continue again to Louis Gonzalez. Gonzalez, that should be easy. Pounced on by Justus and over the first, and that's 1 away. Tim Anderson, and we've made a pitching change. It's Brendan Brennan to come in. Up against Tim Anderson. Fantastic outing from Justus Sheffield, wasn't it? What was that? 7.1 innings, is it? No runs, 3 hits. I think he maybe gave up 1 or 2 walks in there as well. Brennan, can he close out the innings here? No, he's letting a man off. It's a 1-on. Come on, Brendan. Let's finish this here, please. What's happened here? Man was we've got someone on the pitch, and not the pitch, the field, I guess, isn't it? This is a little bit of trouble, Brennan. Come on, mate. Runners at the corners, 2 out. Let's not give them a sniff here, please. It's another full count. That's been fought off. A good inside pitch, it looked like, and it should be caught out there by Reynolds. He may not be able to bat right now, but he can take a catch. A little bit of luck there, perhaps, but we get out of the innings, and we go to the bottom of the 8th, and can we tack on a couple of insurance runs? Vogelbach, 0-2 today. Come on, Dan. No, that's a regulation ground ball over the shortstop. I'm pretty sure even I could make that play, and that is 1 away. Morey to the plate. Again, not had a good day. 0-3. Morey back up the middle. No, it's not. It's popped up. For a second, it looked like it was sort of looping in, but no such luck. That's 2 away. I tell you what, we've had some good guys at the plate. We've had some shockers as well, haven't we? Henniger. That's going to be a regulation ground ball as well. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 8th. Is it Will Smith time at the top of the 9th to see us home here? It is Will Smith time. Come on, Willie boy. He's not pitched much this year because we haven't had many games to save, to be honest. But there we go. That's a good start. That should be 1 out. There we go. And are we on for a shutout here? Will Smith against Eloy Jimenez. That's been well hit, but it should be caught out there by Henniger. Mitch is coming around. 2 hands, please, Mitch. There we go. That is 2 away. And we are 1 out away from starting post-All-Star with a win. Go on. Oh, it's been hit, but it should be caught out there by Malik Smith. He's coming around underneath it, and we've won a game. Go on. That's back-to-back wins on YouTube now. What is going on with this Mariners team? We're almost back to 400. The White Sox, yeah, I mean, they're not a good team. So, at home, you'd like to think we could maybe get a couple of results here and start ourselves just climbing back up towards 500. But there we go. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Can we get back to 500 for the season? We've seen there, pitching is suddenly looking good. Hitting is just very much hot and cold. So it's just finding that good, that nice consistency. and we'll be fine. So we've got a couple of the Giants are a poor team as well. We've got them at home. So we've got a couple of decent games coming up. Now, there was a request in the comments to see the Blue Jays play because they have a good young team. So what we'll do is we'll come back for Game 4 of this Blue Jays series. We've got a couple of nice games, and we've got the Angels and the Astros in there as well. So it'll be a big stretch of 2 or 3 weeks there. But we'll come back for this game against the Blue Jays next up, guys. Until then, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you Friday. Take care.